I think is very helpful to me just to concentrate on what I have to do.
No guarantee, you know.
Oh, I know that. That's the third day at least. All right, enough, Peter. Enough.
That's true. I've heard this between like 2 and
You take this seriously. Oh, no, I'm just going to stay still.
Okay.
I was asked to introduce this, but really, with the wonderful parents I have, I shouldn't even be up here because Mrs. Socker did the writing and directing. Mimi Hall did some costuming. You parents were wonderful. You brought refreshments. So really, all of you should be up here. But anyway, we were studying colonization. And from that, we got into some of the punishments of, well, some things that we discussed about using but knew we could not. But in New England, and we became interested in the witch trials. And from this, we decided to do this little play for you today. We hope you enjoy.
English Puritans settled in Salem, Massachusetts in 1630. Puritans learned to fear death, destruction, and the devil. Fortune-telling was a sin in the eyes of the Puritans. In 1692, a witchcraft scare seized the hearts and minds of everyone in Salem Village, a small farming town outside the town of Salem.
A witch was anyone who bound his or her soul over the devil and returned the magical powers. Witches could torment enemies at a distance, and anyone who denied that witches exist was denying the devil.
And spirits come to the tuba, the slave that looks for Reverend Carroll. Spirits told what to
gathered in the Paris's kitchen, entertaining themselves with scary stories of ghosts and spirits. In February 1692, Betty Paris fell sick, as did Anne, Mercy, and a few other girls. They fainted, screamed, and twisted their arms and legs in much pain. They choked and imagined strange visions.
In all my days as a doctor, I haven't seen anything like this. The only explanation is the evil hands upon these rolls. They all bewitched.
The good doctor could not see into the hearts of the girl who lay in guilt and fear from their contact with the spirits. So now the community's duty was plain. The witches must be identified and brought to justice.
Do you know who the witches are? They're a good old beggar lady who always curses. And Sarah Osborne. She hasn't been to church in a year. Makes sense. Yes, that slave of Reverend Paris. The tuba. Did you know she confessed? She said the devil made her put a mark to his book, along with Peter's offering. She said the devil made her put her those girls. This is a good thing they've been accused of put in Boston jail. Look, poor girls, yet I hear black sleeves, so 9 marks in the devil's book. I heard Sarah Good deny everything. She said she was innocent. I don't believe that. I wonder who else is a witch around here. Anyway, good day, Father Presley. Good day. See you at the Sabbath at prayer.
The girls continued their fits and distortions. Anne and the others began seeing visions of different people come to them or haunt them.
They came not with their physical bodies, but their shape or spirit would be visible to the girls. This was called spectral evidence. And from these hallucinations and visions, many people were accused of being witches.
This court is now in session. Who is first accused?
Martha Corey.
Why do you afflict these children?
I'm a churchwoman. I do not believe in witches, and I do not afflict this church.
Well then, who does?
I don't know. How should I?
You see? You control them with your motion. What say your shape was seen in the church rafters by these girls?
I am not familiar with any of this. You can't prove me a witch. Gospel witch! Gospel witch! Leave us alone! Gospel witch!
Put her in jail with the rest. Let us hear Reverend Paris speak before we go on.
The devil is trying by God's kingdom. Satan is pleased with lies, and witches are his servants. The only shield we have is our faith in God along with our prayers. Now let us continue these hearings as we ask God to remove the devil's hand from our village.
Amen. Who is next accused?
Rebecca Nurse.
Why do you afflict these children?
I can say before my eternal Father that I am innocent and God will clear my innocence.
Look at the girls. You would do well if you are guilty to confess.
Would you have me lie? The devil whispers in her ear. That's why she feigns death. I've never afflicted no child ever in my life.
Bring her to jail. This meeting is dismissed for the day.
By the end of May, 67 people have been charged with witchcraft crimes, and bewilderment they defend themselves.
Yet the judges bullied them, and the troubled children continued their fits of screaming in the presence of the witches.
Good day. Did you hear that 37 of all Rebecca Nurse's friends signed a petition in her favor stating all of the deeds? The court decided she was not guilty of witchcraft.
Yes, I heard. Only the judge was angry and was forced to reconsider. Now she's behind with the rest, and she's so old.
It's a hard job judging this child. They even have something called the touch test now.
What's that?
Seems like as the girls are screaming and convulsing, they touch some three wishes, the girls get quiet and calm. Rumor is, the wish draws the devil back into herself. Yet, the girls could be making it all up during the research.
They even accused Minister Burroughs of being a wizard of all Massachusetts.
How can a minister be a friend of the devil?
Even before they hung him, he would say the word Carroll can't be pronounced.
I hear many of the so-called witches were tortured to confess to something they never did. I think they're hanging innocent people. Let us pray for the truth. Come on, Anson, let's go. Good day, Farmer Green.
By this time, the jails are overcrowded with hundreds of people, and around 30 people have been hanged, all in the testimony of the girls who had the fits and screams.
Good day. Did you hear about Giles Corey? The thief who refused to plead guilty.
Well, you know the court will take your property if it guilty. He was only trying to save his spawn for his sons by not saying it.
They laid him in a field, putting heavy stones on his chest, crushing him. How sad. This witch thing is way out of hand.
Well, better that 10 suspected witches should escape than one more innocent person condemned.
I agree. Well, good day. See you on Saturday.
As the hysterical girls accused more important and respected citizens, doubts rose about their truth, their fashions, and fits. Soon even the wife of the governor was accused.
Good day, Governor. I have received this letter from Rose. She says, I hope no more innocent blood is shed. The girls say myself and others have joined hands with the devil. I know when the word was I can condemn you to die. We must change the way we go about finding religion. Say that the spirit or spirit of the accused of the being accused will no longer be accepted as evidence. We will pass new law saying the body that must. Yes, do otherwise, the devil people are going to use the how can one defend himself if he can be convicted on what someone saw in a dream? Change the law and clear the jail. Come, let's go back there.
And so it came to pass this law that a confession not supported by other evidence could not be accepted in court as fact. The judges agreed that the conduct of the trials using spirit evidence was wrong.
In 1706, 14 years after the witchcraft trials were over, Anne Putnam asked forgiveness for what she had done in her childhood.
I beg forgiveness of all listeners to whom my accusation caused someone offense. I was deceived by Satan, but I accuse no one out of anger, malice, or ill will. I beg forgiveness.
You are forgiven!
One final note. It was discovered years later that the wheat grown on the farms had been infected with a fungus that caused fits and visions. And we now thought that the girls had eaten bread made from this wheat.
Great, you guys are great. Thank you all for coming now. I'd like to introduce the cast of characters. Please hold your applause until the end. Okay, our two male narrators were Kenneth Judy and Isaac Young. Our two female narrators, Lauren Resnikoff, and Levita not only was a narrator, she was also the magistrate. Tituba was played by Lauren Walters, and Betty Paris, who was the Reverend's daughter, was played by Ariana Bloom. Reverend Paris was played by Andrew Ford. Dr. Griggs was played by Stephen Sullivan. Farmer Preston was played by David Kelly. And Farmer Hutch was played by LeVar Harper. Farmer Churchill was played by B.J. Gardner. Farmer Hanson was played by Larry Shakeshaft, and Farmer Green was played by Fred Raphael. Farmer Draw was played by Mike Feeney, and Farmer Potts was played by Ben Adler. Judge Mather was played by Nick Farrell. Governor Phipps was played by Keith Torres. Judge Hawthorne was played by Yash Soffer. Martha Corey, an accused witch, was played by Alexandra Feinstein. Rebecca Nurse, the old woman accused, was played by Rebecca Grossman Cohen. Mercy Lewis, one of the afflicted, was played by Molly Hall. And Ann Putnam, who asked for forgiveness, was played by Alexandra Stallworth. Thank you. We have some refreshments?
In a minute.
In a minute.
Excuse me, before refreshments, we have another presentation.
Direct, produce, write, and organize everything for this play and just safe.
You're welcome. Thank you. That was sweet. I think all of you did such a great job. I'd like to just give you one more hand. Take that out and take it first.
And again, as a special thank you to deliver to somebody too.
I'd like to do this to Mrs. Hall for making all the costumes, and we couldn't have done it without you.
And I'd like to thank all the parents who brought refreshments. Now we can all.
What about all the parents who didn't bring refreshments?